welcome to the Ariel Show. I'm so happy to be here, so happy to have you. Today's episode came to me as an idea in the middle of the night. I'm just kidding. It came to me from a guy named Simon in Norway, and he wrote this, and I wanted to share it. He says, living in a place like Norway, the society makes you feel unsuccessful if you don't drive a fancy car, wear expensive clothes, and so on. I feel it's very easy to always keep reaching for all this stuff that in the end doesn't make me any happier. What I've learned is that the super expensive t-shirt doesn't make me a happier person, but I realized it took way too long for me to figure that out, and I think some people never do. Well said, buddy. I know I can totally relate to this, and I'm sure a lot of you can as well, which is why I was so excited to talk about this a little bit today, just the trap of consumerism. I'm not gonna be telling you something new like, oh, they're trying to get us and trying to make us buy all this stuff to fill the hole in our hearts. You already know that, I already know that, but let's address it in kind of a new way. I know that if you're watching this, it means that you have a computer, it means that you're probably living in somewhat of a Western society, and it means that you have it made in life, just like me. You and I, we have won the lottery when it comes to the abundance of stuff that we can have in our lives, and we need to be responsible with that. We need to learn how to navigate that. I know for me, I have everything I could ever want, ever need in life just to survive, and yet there's always this mental list in the back of my head telling me I need more, I need this, and I need this, blah, blah, blah. Like, the list never ends. I'm always trying to amass more and more stuff, and this is kind of weird. It's like a weird hunger inside of us to keep wanting more. It's never enough, and I'm wanting to explore that today. I found some cool freedom from this when I realized that a lot of times the reason I want more stuff is because I am subconsciously buying into this belief that it will enhance my identity. So I am somehow buying into this idea, literally, that if I buy something, it will help me be more fully who I am. And this works for me because I'm all about being authentic and I really want to be fully who I am. I really want to reach my full potential in life. So if I think I can spend $5 on some mascara that's going to help me do that, you guys, I'm in. Like, I will do it, and I have done it, and I keep doing it, and all the mascara is always the same every single time, and yet if the ad is enough to somehow get inside my brain and convince me that I need it to be more complete as a human being, I will keep doing that. And I think that self-awareness has been really key for me, just kind of creating some space. Like, whoa, this ad is BS. Obviously, by having longer, fuller lashes, I'm not going to have 1,000 more friends and suddenly love my life and everything's going to feel good. And you too need to kind of create some distance and some separation between what it is you're wanting, what the ad is telling you, and your motives. The second that you can kind of come in with some awareness and some space, it takes out the mindlessness and mindfulness is introduced. And that self-awareness is enough to be like, this is ridiculous, I'm still going to buy it, which oftentimes, like, you still genuinely need something, you're going to continue to buy it, but at least you're kind of aware, like, this is not going to solve all of life's problems like the ad is suggesting it will. And I actually want to share a story from my own life when I realized that it was kind of getting a little weird for me. About 3 years ago, I got a Mac computer to replace all the PCs that had broken over my life, and I was so excited, and it was everything I dreamed it would be. And then a few months back, it stopped working. And so I went to a coffee shop one day to work on some stuff, and I took with me this old PC computer instead. And I remember like reaching down to pull it out of my bag, and all of a sudden, this feeling of like self-consciousness comes over me where I'm like, whoa, I don't want to be using this PC here. Like, I was missing my Mac because I was embarrassed about not having a Mac. And that's messed up. Like, that is so messed up. I would like to think of myself as more of an evolved human being than to so literally be associating myself with this Apple brand, but they got me, you guys. I was totally sucked in. Here I am in this trendy coffee shop environment, and I'm wanting nothing more than to also be trendy with my Apple product. That's ridiculous. Like, I'm not cool with being like that. Like, I'm not cool with living my life feeling emotionally attached to objects and feeling superior because I have a certain brand of object. That's not cool because that creates inferiority, where all of a sudden I somehow believe that I am better than other people because I have a certain brand. That's not cool. I'm not okay with seeing that monster in my own life, and I hope you're not okay with seeing it in your life either. I want to read a quote to you guys really quick. It's from Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth, and he says, "You need to be alert and honest to find out whether your sense of self-worth is bound up with the things you possess. Do certain things induce a subtle feeling of importance or superiority? Does the lack of them make you feel inferior to others who have more than you? Do you casually mention things that you own or show them off to increase your sense of self-worth in someone else's eyes? And do you feel resentful, angry, or somehow diminished in your sense of self-worth when someone else has more than you?" Yeah, clearly this was a problem for me because I was buying into that. And mindfulness is the key. And you guys, consumerism works because consumerism doesn't work. And the only people that really seem to be, picking up on this is like the big company industries that are trying to sell us all this stuff. And we're obviously subconsciously, as a culture, buying into this idea that our sense of self will be enhanced. I will be more fully who I am. My life will be more complete if I have more stuff. You guys, when we buy into that, we're just feeding the craziness, because it's not true. You know that. I mean, I know that. For like 5 days maybe I'll be like happy, and then I'll kind of forget. It just kind of falls into oblivion, and often I find my happiness level is exactly the same. And the consumeristic, like the big companies, they know this. They know it doesn't work. And yet they keep telling us you need more. They keep kind of promising this empty promise, this lie to us, and we keep getting fed into it. They're the only ones who know this, you guys. We can take the power back when we're just like, hey, wait a minute. This doesn't work. Like, you're straight up lying to me. My life will not be more complete. I will not be more beautiful and popular. This will not make a huge impact in my life. So I'm just going to pause for a second and just back up. And you guys, that's what you need right there. That space between you and your purchase where you're totally aware of why you're doing it. You're not getting sucked into the craziness, and you're not supporting a system that you don't really believe with or agree with. So I hope that was helpful for all of you. Simon, thanks for submitting your idea and helping make this episode happen. And thank you to all of you for watching, for supporting, and being so excited with me that the Ariel Show is back. This is such a joy in my life. And huge thank you to my patrons on patreon.com. You guys, this has been incredible, so wonderful for me. I hope it's been like as awesome for you as it's been for me. I've been on the Patreon website like every day this week, chatting with you guys, getting ideas, and your support, like I can't even say, your support means everything to me. And everyone else that gets to watch this video is benefiting because of your guys' support on this. So thank you from me, thank you from all the viewers, and I love you guys. I love everyone watching. Next week, please stay tuned because I will be taking you to my sewing room to give you a little tour of where I make my own clothes for stage and where I make all of the custom catastrophes orders. So I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.